It's Wednesday, September the 20th, and you're tuned in to the tniab podcast. I'm Vince,
I'm Anthony.
and this is the Geek Chic Culture Show where we talk about all the cool things in the world. And this week, things may sound a little different. Things may sound a
Oh,
little
things
bit
are going to sound a
more,
lot different.
a bit more professional.
Does it? I don't know. I think our recordings sound okay.
I think we're gonna listen back to this one and be like, oh damn, it does sound a little bit better in every single
Okay.
way.
That makes a little
That's
sense.
because Anthony and myself are in remote locations.
Hey,
And
I'm
by
in
that
a,
I
I'm in
mean
a,
by that I mean we're at our own houses this
yeah.
week.
I'm a special quarantine. It's like I got fucking pink eye.
Yeah, he's not allowed to look at anyone or
Yeah,
talk to anyone.
I was like, hey Vince, you want pink eye? And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, then we got to figure out how to record this show.
Yes, but we're never gonna let you down. We're always gonna put one out every week, and here we are. It's been a bit of a week. Stuff happened that I can't recall.
Yeah, man. Things
Hmm.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
so
Tokyo Game Show happened. That's really all you need to know.
pretty much, I think we're gonna outline a couple things at the top. This week was supposed to be Kamen Rider Build, but we'll save that for next week.
Go men. Go men asai, weebs.
Yeah, yeah. And other than that, we're talking about. I think we have. I've been looking at our doc list, and I think we have a lot to go through. So we should probably just get into it.
Yeah,
Now,
let's do it.
yeah, the big thing was Tokyo Game Show. But before we start, there was a couple small things that I wanted to point out. First of all, have you been paying attention to the Dragon Ball community?
Not since I was actually never. I've never paid attention to the Dragon Ball community.
They are currently losing their minds right now. Because
In a good way or a bad way?
in a that's my new waifu way.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen the
Oh, is
latest character for the video game Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Yeah, the 1950s diner waitress.
Yeah, Android 21.
Yeah, she's looking good, man.
She is.
I'm super down.
I don't think I know anybody who doesn't like this design. Although I look at her and I kind of think, is that Paradox from Kamen Rider? You know, in his perfect puzzle
Maybe,
form.
like, yeah. I'm getting a real speed racer vibe from her. Like she should be like a villain and or like one of those like neutral characters in Speed Racer who like sometimes helps out the main character but then sometimes doesn't.
Yeah. But yeah, she's looking pretty cool. The fan art I've seen for this girl is just off the charts. Like my Twitter feed has been covered with it. So,
Oh man, you got a better Twitter feed than I do.
oh, that's because I'm the trash anime king.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to explain that. So I took a anime trash quiz.
You sure
I don't
did.
know. Yeah, I don't know. We're probably not going to post it. Just look up anime trash quiz, and also look in that search title. Put up go Boiano, go Boyano, and you'll get an anime like trash quiz. And so I was telling Vince, I was like, I got cool trash, like, cause obviously I'm the coolest, right?
Obviously.
And yeah. And so I gave Vince the fucking quiz. And he gets, I don't know, it's either depending on your like the way you view it, it's either the best
I think
result or the worst result.
there's only
Because he
one
just
result.
got trash, which is AKA garbage. And you got the worst slash the best weeb you could be. Like
Yeah, because I'm the king of them, man.
you're either the best weeb you can be or the worst person you can be.
They're one and the same, my friend. They're one and the same.
I guess.
Two sides of the same coin, you know?
No, I don't.
That's right, you wouldn't know because you're not the king.
Yeah. I'm so cool and fashionable. I don't
Yeah,
have
something
time
like
for
that. The other thing that caught my attention this week that was small is, do you remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a talking cat. And
Yeah. What
got
kind of
one
show?
girl in
What
it,
kind
got
of show
your-
would you say that is?
I don't know, like tween drama,
Yeah.
tween comedy.
What if I
somewhere in
told
between?
you? What if I told you they're bringing it back?
Okay,
but this time in a horror show format.
that sounds way cooler.
And it's all about Sabrina being a half witch struggling to deal with like demons and mystical stuff.
To be honest, if they've just brought it back as here's Sabrina the Teenage Witch again,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, okay, cool, whatever, and I'd just immediately forget about it. That's kind of what happened with I forgot about it. What's the thing called? That Boy Meets World show.
Oh, Girl Meets World?
Yeah, Girl Meets World.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with that. It's like, oh look, they brought it back, and it's the same. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah, no. I just thought that was it was a thing that happened and cool. It's supposed to take place in the same world as the Archie television show, Riverdale. So Sabrina will meet Archie. So you can
Okay,
have fun with
what?
that.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
What's wrong?
They're in the same universe as Archie?
Yeah, the television show Riverdale, yeah.
Uh, was that originally also in the same thing?
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person.
What the fuck? Okay, sure. Sure,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Crossovers are weird. They're getting weird in fighting games. They might as well get weird on TV.
Yeah. The other thing is wait, what's this thing you posted in the chat?
Oh, it's for my week later. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Anyways, sticking on to like Hollywood and whatnot, there was a trailer for a new movie based
Yeah.
on a video game. It
Is it
is
a new Doom movie?
no, sorry. It is
I
a
want first person The Rock.
nope, nope, but it is based on I want to say
What is it?
one of the first
What is your
female
internet cut out? Is
led
that what
video
happened?
games. It is Tomb Raider.
I can't hear him anymore, so we'll see.
Darn. Am I here?
Man,
Uh-oh.
recording online is hard. No wonder people don't do this.
Yeah,
Like
this
stable internet connection.
sucks. Can you hear
This is
me?
weird.
Whoa, there I am.
Still can't hear him at all. What the fuck? Okay, now you're back. Okay, what's going on? What happened? Did you
What?
like disappear into the ether, into the ether?
No, I was talking and I could hear everything you were saying.
Were you? I can't hear. I couldn't hear you at all.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This is great. I love it. Anyways, Tomb Raider is a movie. There's a trailer.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
it
Tomb Raider's a movie
exists.
that's coming out, and it looks fucking exactly like that the reboot game.
Yeah, so all of you who say they don't make video game movies based on the video game, well, here's the first one. Let's hope it's good.
Again, man, I don't know. Doom with the Rock seemed pretty accurate.
No,
Like
no,
it was in first person. Like how more accurate can you be?
it had The Rock.
Yeah, what the Rock can be Doom guy. That's fine.
No,
Yeah.
no. But yeah, it looks cool. Check that out.
hmm
What's next on the list that we got to tackle here? Oh, guess what? Guess what I like doing? Well, guess what my favorite thing to do in the world is, or one of my favorite things to do.
Is it buy toys?
Yeah, totally. I love buying toys.
Mhm.
Guess where I buy toys at?
Walmart.
No, the big
No,
blue.
Toys R Us. Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course,
Toys R
yeah.
Us.
Well, guess what? They
Yeah.
just filed for bankruptcy.
Okay, what? I saw this news story and I did not see this coming. Like I always think of Toys R Us as this store that will be around forever, like in perpetuity.
Yeah.
So what was the reasoning behind them having to file for bankruptcy?
So it's not so much that, and so like a little bit of context, the toy industry actually grew in the first half of 2017.
Really?
However, Toys R Us
But
was not the primary beneficiary of this sort of thing. It and
Okay.
also, even though Toys R Us was turning a profit in the like most recent quarters, they have so much debt that they couldn't pay off. Like they just weren't generating profit
Holy.
at a rate that they could cover it. So
Is it is it a, like are they not was it not hiring? Are they not stocking like the right toys that are a part of this growth market?
Yeah, because I think the toy industry, the growth market, is the market that like I would say I'm a part of, where it's like the enthusiast collector, whereas the kids, the
Mm,
people that Toys R Us usually caters to, kids today want video games, they want iPads and fidget spinners,
yeah.
and that's not exactly the type of stuff they're stocking. I mean, they got the R Zone, but that's not
That's,
really.
yeah, I don't know. Video games don't have that much of a profit margin.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of sad, but also like I guess a sign of the times.
It is. They have said that this will not affect their stores at all. Somehow,
Hmm.
I didn't really read into it, but like basically,
Wait,
the stores won't close and they won't be affected internationally. That you might have some changes within the Canadian and U.S. branches, but don't think Toys R Us is going away.
so yeah, that's the main takeaway I heard from this, which is Toys R Us has filed for bankruptcy, but that doesn't mean they're shutting down.
Yeah,
And also, apparently, like Babies R Us is like making a killing for them.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I don't know the legal, uh, like the details of the scenario. I didn't really read the article. I only skimmed it. So yeah, they're not going to go away. And to prove
mhm.
their lasting power, they have reported that don't worry, we will still get you your NES classics on launch day, which is I think next week.
Yeah, which is man, dedication,
Yeah,
dedication.
yeah.
And I can't wait to play that.
I'm gonna
Can't wait
try
to
and
play
line.
mine.
I'm gonna try and line up.
I'm gonna try and bail on work for an hour.
But you have one getting sent to you.
Yeah, but what if I have two?
Yeah, that's true. I can't argue with that. Cannot argue with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll think about that. Yeah, but yeah, Toys R Us. That's crazy. Did you see the picture going
Yeah, I
around
don't know.
about the different who's the mascot for Toys R Us? Jeffrey.
The draft, Jeffrey the
Yeah,
draft.
yeah.
No, I did not.
His changes through the years.
I didn't even know they still had him.
Yeah. So you know what his mascot is, right? It's like a cartoon dude, right?
Yeah, he's a giant cartoon giraffe.
Yeah. So it's like that, and it starts in like whenever with the 1970s, 1980s, and like it gets like slightly better art, but then it goes to
Hmm.
2001, and they just switched him out for a real giraffe.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know where the
Like
tweet
here's
is.
just a picture of a giraffe.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
there
know.
also like did
Like
they adopt a giraffe somewhere?
I have no idea. I thought it was
Okay.
hilarious because the context behind the tweet was like 9/11 really changed Jeffrey because it was in 2001.
Never forget cartoon Jeffrey.
Yeah, it was kind of cruel, kind of mean, kind of stupid,
Yeah,
but I
that's
loved
like
it.
that's kind of like when people remind me that Ronald McDonald is still a thing, and I'm like,
Oh
wait, people
yeah,
still use Ronald McDonald? People still use like the purple thing and the Hamburglar
yeah,
and the Hamburglar's wife,
yeah. Oh yeah, what is the purple thing called? I can't remember.
Grimace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grimace. Yeah,
Oh my god! Wow. Whoa. Okay, so you just showed me this tweet.
yeah,
So I'm looking at it. It's like 1965. Okay, it's a giraffe. 1975, it's another cartoon giraffe. And then 1990, it's like okay, I know what that is.
yeah. Like you recognize that one?
1999, yeah, it becomes like Disney.
Yeah,
And then 2001 is just a photorealistic drawing of a giraffe.
yeah.
And then they're like, we've gone too far. And then 2007 is like treehouse children style clip art giraffe.
Ah, it's so good, isn't it?
This looks made up. This doesn't look real.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is dumb.
Sure is. Anyways, those were it for my picks this week. What do you got? What are you gonna throw at me?
Yo, I got the hottest picks. The hottest picks.
The hottest?
So Tokyo Game Show has come around.
It
And
sure
we're gonna
has.
talk about the Sony conference because it happened
Mm-hmm.
and I outlined a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
But
a lot of cool
first, the
stuff.
most important news out of TGS,
Oh
the most
no.
important news is
Oh
that Galgun is
yes.
getting another sequel.
Oh
Even though it's the third game in the series in the long and historic Galgun franchise, it is called Galgun 2 for some reason. Because there was Galgun on the PS3, and then there was Galgun Double Peace on the PS4, and I think also PS3. And then now they're coming out with Galgun 2.
Ugh.
So yeah, if you
Ugh.
guys don't know, Galgun is a game where you are a dude in high school and you got shot by Cupid with too much Cupid power, and then you have to shoot pheromone shots at these girls.
It sounds as disgusting. Ugh.
So they pass out, and you can do ecstasy shots if you hit them just where they like it.
Oh yeah, that's even better.
And they pass out in one hit. Oh, and they go red and like, oh, kimochi, and like whatever, all that porn noise and shit. But it's a good game. It's really thought provoking. I really recommend you try it out. And it's coming out in winter 2017 for Japan, and Q1 next year for North America.
Mm.
So
Great.
that's day one. That's day one pre-order for me.
Great.
I still regret not getting that fucking panty version of Double Piece. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, where it came with a quote-unquote screen cleaner.
Why would you want that?
I don't know. It's stupid and dumb.
So he says.
But on to like, did you have any Tokyo Game Show news you want to talk about before I get to the Sony press conference?
No. There's the only things that interested me were in the Sony press conference.
Okay. So let's start off. I just wrote down the things that kind of interested me, and I thought that we would have a talking point on.
Sure.
So it's first off, Gran Turismo Sport is a real video game.
Mm-hmm.
It got a release date of October 19th,
Mm-hmm.
and alongside it is getting its own PS4 Slim in like silver two-tone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thing now. They officially announced. Okay, first off, do you even care about Gran Turismo at this point?
So interestingly, this is the Gran Turismo that should catch my eye because this version of the game is actually online only. Like it's all about racing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the worst part of Gran Turismo, actually racing people. So no.
So no, yeah. So when I heard it was online only, I kind of checked out.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know. In past Gran Turismo games, like maybe they fixed it in this one, but the game might as well be bumper cars.
Yep.
Like if you're in first, someone will just run at you while you're braking in a corner at like 300 miles an hour, and then there's no repercussions. You get thrown into a wall and they get first. Like it's kind of garbage.
Yeah.
After that, they came out. They showed off 5 new controller colors.
Ooh, new controller colors.
New controller colors. Oh my gosh, they got those clear controllers that we talked about before.
Yep.
And they also have like a navy blue. It kind of looks like the ones that came out for the
Uncharted.
Uncharted ones, but it's like kind of a deeper blue.
Yep.
And there was one that was like a darker silver.
The steel black.
Yeah.
That one looks kind of tasty.
It looks really. It's not the way I want to describe a controller.
Oh, so tasty.
So tasty. But I do want those crystal ones.
Yeah, I really want the frost one.
Yeah, same. Really, you don't want that clear red one?
No, I like the frost one.
Okay, all right, we're in the same boat then. Okay, this is where I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about the Tokyo Game Show as a whole. So Call of Duty had a new trailer for World War II.
Sure did.
That game looks really cool. It looks also really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think I wanted to play a World War II Call of Duty game, but maybe I do.
Okay.
Because it looks really nice. But here's the weird thing. So throughout this conference, every time there was a game from a Western developer, all the voices were in Japanese. But I want to say like 90% of the games that are from Japanese developers that were shown at this TGS conference, all the voices are in English.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Ni no Kuni 2 was the trailer after this, all in English.
Huh.
What else was there? Gungrave VR had some stuff that was in English.
Gungrave?
We'll get there. Okay. So that happened. Ni no Kuni 2 got another trailer. That game looks really good, but it also makes me feel bad for not having played the first game, even though I own it. But it got a release of January 2018, so that's coming out. Dynasty Warriors 8 got announced.
Great.
And hot damn, Lu Bu looking gorgeous. High poly Lu Bu looking really good. Am I gonna play this one?
Yes.
Probably not.
Yes, you are.
Am I?
Yes, you
I
are.
don't
Yeah.
know. Is there a special edition?
Yes.
Can I get a life-size replica of Lu Bu's helmet?
Probably.
Probably. Okay. After that, it was a more extended trailer of Shadow of the Colossus. That's kind of a known quantity.
Yep.
But I am just down for more Shadow of the Colossus. If this gets people to play Shadow of the Colossus, I'm down. Because, to be honest, all their other games suck. So
I do want to know what changes they've made to it mechanically.
that's the thing. Like, I don't know what they would change mechanically in that game. Because, I don't know, a lot of that stuff when I played the HD remake, it seemed to have aged fine.
Yeah. I think I just didn't. There was something about the way the character felt floaty all the time that really bugged me.
Like, the way you jump and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I could see that being changed. But, like, the controls are so simple and so minimalist that I
Yeah.
don't even know what you would change other than physics
Yeah.
to make it feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even stamina, maybe they won't make it as dumb to get like white lizard tails and stuff.
No, they will.
They will.
Yeah.
Lame. All right, fine. But that's more Shadow of the Colossus. If you haven't played it, I guess just wait for this new one.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Dissidia got a new trailer. It was for the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy.
Damn, 30.
Final Fantasy is older than you and I.
It is. Not by much, but yeah.
Not by much, but I saw that splash image and I was like, oh, 30th anniversary. I didn't know it was that old, and I thought it was going to be something new, like some weird game. But it was just Dissidia. And it was just Dissidia, and I'm like, oh, I guess that counts, like, because it is a weird crossover game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that counts. Okay, whatever. Fine.
Like, that's the best way to celebrate their anniversary, yeah.
Yeah, but they did put that... Huh? Sorry?
And I was going to say, unless they did the unthinkable, which they didn't, and they were just like, guess what? All the Final Fantasies on one disc.
Dude, I don't think they can fit Final Fantasy 15 on.
What if Square just said, we know you guys want that SNES Classic, but what if we just gave you the FFF Complete console? And it was just a small box that had everything.
What? Okay, but what would it be? Would it be a giant Moogle? Would it be a giant Cactar? Would it be a crystal?
It would have to be a crystal. It would look like a salt lamp, and you'd stick it in the wall and
into your TV.
Yeah, and people would be like, "Oh, that's a nice little decorative display." Like, and they would be none the wiser.
They'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is nice, like a nice centerpiece. It's really nice."
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be like, "Haha, suckers!" Actually, plug it into your TV. What would the controller be then?
The controller would be it's a Moogle.
That sounds like a terrible design.
It's the Buster Sword for Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
and it splits into 8 pieces, so you could play with your friends in the multiplayer
games. 8 controllers. Wait, so you can play what's it? Energies.
Yeah,
energies. God bless the ring.
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, gross! This is a terrible idea.
Make it for me, Square. I'll buy it.
Don't say that. But yeah, in this trailer, they showed off more Dissidia. It's coming to console, and they added Noctis, King of the Emo Kids.
Oh, surprise, surprise. They added yet another Final Fantasy main character.
Yeah, what? No way. That's fucking crazy. Seeing all the downer emo kids in one shot really made me realize how many downer emo kids Final Fantasy as a series has.
Yes, except for one.
Which is what?
Zidane?
Yeah, Zidane is a smooth talking monkey.
Yeah.
And I guess Vaughn's not an emo kid, he's just a whiny bitch.
What's the difference at this point?
Yeah, same thing. And then Warrior of Light, I guess he's Superman. I don't want to talk about Final Fantasy main characters anymore. Let's just continue.
Okay.
Vanillaware is re-releasing yet another one of their games on the PS4.
Yay.
They are re-releasing Dragon's Crown.
Ooh.
the brawler from the PS3,
Yeah.
which I remember us playing a lot, like as a group.
Yeah, but it kind of just dropped off afterwards.
Yeah, we started to we beat the first difficulty, and then we tried to get into the second difficulty, and then when it was the third difficulty with all the same stuff again, we just kind of checked out.
Yeah, I felt like that game didn't have enough content
Yeah,
for what it was trying to do.
it didn't.
Yeah.
Now it did not have enough content, and
Oh.
so it doesn't sound or it doesn't seem like from this trailer that there is a lot of new content,
Yeah.
or if any. But it is called Dragon's Crown Pro, which is the most Japanese game name I've ever heard.
Well, they couldn't call it Game of
And
the
it
Year
also,
edition.
yeah, true. There was no DLC for it.
Yeah.
The other thing is though that they are having crossplay between PS4, PS3, and Vita,
Whoa, that's really
which I
cool.
thought is cool. Yeah, so if you own any of those games, you can play uh with anyone else who owns that game pretty much. Like it
Cause
doesn't
it,
matter what
yeah,
PlayStation console they're on.
cool.
There's also like up-res art graphics and art assets and whatever and stuff and polygons, whatever. Who cares?
Yep.
Final Fantasy IX, some would say, is the best Final Fantasy.
I would say is the best Final Fantasy, and you know that my word is correct because I am the trash garbage weeaboo king.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's the best Final Fantasy, and that's because, like I'm the cool kid.
So no
And
one
I like
listens
the
to you. You're the
I like
poser.
I like those hipster Final Fantasies like Final Fantasy 12.
Yep. You're not a real
You know
fan.
what? Judging by my characteristics, I bet if I played 5, I would love the shit out of 5.
You probably would. The black
Because I feel
sheep.
like everyone who likes 5 is like some dirty hipster.
Yeah, they are because they're just
Yeah,
wrong.
like yeah, they're like I played Final Fantasy 5 in the original Japanese.
Oh, get out of here. Go home.
Yeah, yeah, and so I finally got the HD remake that's been on PC for a while now.
Yep. I'm
And
psyched.
it's seriously making me consider buying it on the PS4.
Yeah, I. The bummer is that it's way more expensive than I thought it would be.
20, I think.
It's 30.
Whoa, it's 30. It's not even that much on PC.
Yeah, and it's like for this first week, it's 20% off, so you can get it for 20 something.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, they really. It's like they're testing the waters to see how much they can get away with this 20-year-old game now.
Yeah, and they're also testing the waters with your favorite game, which I guess sucks.
Yeah, so I'll just wait till it goes on sale for like $10.
Yeah, true. Flash sale. After that, after this, they went full Japanese.
Yeah,
So they
I
had
checked out here.
So the notes here I got is that they are releasing like 17 husbando dating simulators.
Oh my god.
And they got like vampire husbandos, they got ninja husbandos, they got pop star husbandos. Like if you want to marry an anime dude, Sony has got your back. Because what's that one samurai series? It came out in North America. I think it's called like Hakuoki.
Oh, I can't remember.
It's the cover. If you've probably seen the cover art, it's like it's mostly blue and purple, and it's a guy like resting his cheek on a samurai sword, and he has like long purple hair. So like that game is apparently a dating sim that's popular, and so they're making more of them. And then on top of that, they're like, let's appeal to every single fetish. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, they're like, here's some Idolmaster shit.
Huh.
So they're appealing to all the weebness. Like if you didn't realize that this was the Tokyo Game Show press conference, you are now like, here it is. Here's all the weeb shit that will only come out in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. After this, so there is a game apparently called Mobile Suit Battle Operations.
Yep.
And I didn't know this game existed.
Mm-hmm.
So when they showed Mobile Suit Battle Operations 2, which by the way was voiced all in English.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was super excited. Like this game looks really cool because you're not only playing from the Gundam's perspective, but you're playing from a Grunt's perspective.
Yeah, this one's more like a. It leverages more on like strategy.
So I don't know what these games are. Do you know like what the gameplay is like?
Uh, the thing is, you've seen this in like when we were in Japan. You've seen these in the arcade. That's what the people were playing.
Wait, the card game?
Not the card game. No, no, no. But
Because I know.
it looks like the Versus series, but it's not.
So okay, I know there's the Versus series, and then I know there's the Gunpla version of the Versus series, which is Breaker.
Yeah.
But I don't remember Gundam this one at all, like this Battle Operations one.
Like the battle operation, I'm pretty sure it only deals with the UC. So you're not like Universal Century stuff. So you're not gonna have like some
Mhm.
crazy crossover matches. Um, but yeah, that's the extent of my knowledge. I just know it's super popular.
Okay, I gotta look this one up because I saw this trailer and I thought that game looked fucking awesome.
Hmm.
After Metal Gear, they went straight into PlayStation VR.
Yep.
So PlayStation VR is getting a price drop.
Yeah. How much is
Yeah.
it? How much is it?
How much is the price drop? I
Yeah.
don't know. I saw a bunch of yen and I did not bother to translate, like to
Because
convert that into Canadian.
I think last I checked, it was like the equivalent for the cost of the camera, so like $50.
Okay, which is still lower.
Mm-hmm.
Like at that point, you could get that now and an extra VR game.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
true.
I guess that's cool. But it's not. Yeah, it wasn't like an insane price drop. It wasn't like a price drop when the Oculus went on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Was it Oculus or was it Gear? Not Gear VR. There's Oculus Rift. What's the Steam one?
The Vive?
Yeah, the Vive. Was it a Vive sale or was it an Oculus Rift sale? Where it went down like $200.
I think it was the Oculus because the Vive is still super expensive.
Okay. So yeah, it's getting like a $50 price drop. But they showed some games. So the weird one I mentioned earlier is Gungrave.
Yeah.
Gungrave is getting a VR game, and it kind of looks like it seems like it's VR supported, not necessarily completely VR.
Hmm.
Because there's a lot of shots of them behind the back of the main character.
Yes.
And Gungrave is a series I really liked on the PlayStation 2 when it was new. Because it was like this it was like a more it wasn't more gritty than Devil May Cry, but it was a different version of Devil May Cry almost.
Right.
Where you could do like stylish action, but it was more of a brawler than like a character action game.
Mm-hmm.
And those games were pretty cool, but I never thought I'd see this series ever again.
Did you see the anime?
No. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. If they're bringing out an anime, then.
No, the anime's old.
Oh, okay. No, I
Yeah.
have not seen the anime then.
Oh, okay.
After this, one of your favorite game series, Zone of the Enders,
Oh yeah, baby.
is coming out, but they're
Oh, yeah.
getting a VR version
Oh yeah, it looks
or
amazing.
VR support. VR Zone of the Enders sounds like I have here a quote on the Google Doc. Fucking puke fest.
I know.
Because Zone of the Enders is so fast.
Yeah, but don't you ever want to know what it feels like to be in one of those mechs? Like when you're watching the Gundam and they're like, oh, he's a new type and he has to move so goddamn fast. You can finally experience that.
Yeah, but I'm not a new type. Like those people are aliens. And they make weird like chime sounds when they're using their brain power.
Oh, that would be great if someone hacked in that sound into the VR set.
That'd be pretty cool, to be honest. I'd be down. After you know what? No, know what they should use that for? They should use that for the Gundam Versus.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a high enough rank online,
Oh, okay.
you should be considered a new type. Like when you join a lobby, like it plays the noise.
Oh, that would be that'd be pretty cool. Like a badge of honor.
Like a warning. Yeah, like a badge of honor. Like you get this special sound effect,
Yeah,
or
that'd
when
be
you
cool.
get a kill,
That'd be
because
cool.
like you're so good. Yeah.
I'm in.
PSVR is also getting a bunch of non-game features. They are getting a newspaper,
Wow.
so you can get VR news. They're also adding VR news, as in like a news channel. So they're gonna support 360 video for news stations and news reports, so you can be where the news reporter is and look around the place they're reporting from.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was pretty cool. It's like a little bit of a look into the future.
Hmm.
They're also getting Nico Nico support. So finally, Japanese YouTube is
Oh,
getting
okay. Yeah.
on is coming on PSVR. But the cool thing I thought was there's like a PlayStation concert experience.
Okay.
Okay, and the thing is, I believe they're having like a tour where they're playing like songs in orchestral versions of different PlayStation franchises and all this stuff, right? But there's also a VR experience. So you can buy virtual tickets, I guess, and go experience the concert but through VR.
Hmm.
Which I thought was pretty cool, but then immediately thought was pretty sad.
It is kind of sad. Yes.
Yeah, because the whole point of a concert, like to me, is you go there with other people,
Yeah.
right? And you hear it live. Because hearing something live coming straight from the instruments is different than obviously hearing instruments through your headphones.
Yes.
And when I saw that, immediately my initial reaction was, oh, that's pretty cool. But about 4 seconds later, I was like, you know what? I take that back. It kind of ruins what going to a concert is all about because you're still listening to music through headphones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you don't care about music, so you have nothing to add to
I mean, you're right.
this. So moving on, they stopped talking about PlayStation VR after that. They showed some more new games that are more into the future. Hidden Agenda is a video game. I thought it was so looking at it, I thought it was a new game by the Heavy Rain guys.
Uh huh.
And then I kept watching. I was like, okay, but it could be a new Until Dawn game, something very similar, right? But apparently, it's like a six-player phone game.
Phone game?
Yeah, so you're all watching a bunch of events unfold, like Until Dawn, Heavy Rain style.
Yeah.
But everybody at the couch has their phone, and they get to vote on what characters will do. But the thing
Whoa.
is,
That's
but the
cool.
thing is, someone or certain people have a quote unquote hidden agenda to play, so that
Oh,
they
cool.
win.
Yeah.
So and then you got to figure out like who the person is that's trying to fuck everything up.
It reminds me of like one of the when we ever whenever we play those board or card games where we're given roles and like one of us is the quote unquote bad guy.
Yeah, it's hidden identity games
Yeah.
like a werewolf and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that looks pretty cool. That's a really interesting take
It does.
on like a traditional video game.
I'm assuming it would have to be very short though, like each playthrough.
Hmm.
Cause yeah.
Or it's like like a series of short stories.
Yeah.
The other thing it reminded me of was that new Xbox exclusive game, the one where it's only co-op. Do you remember that one?
No.
You're like two guys in a 1970s prison,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
and you're trying to escape from prison, and like while you're in a cutscene, the other co-op character doesn't have to be in a cutscene; they can be doing something else.
Yeah, that's cool.
It kind of reminded me of that.
Hmm.
After that, Earth Defense Force is getting a new game. It finally showed more than just a frog with an exoskeleton suit,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like they have tightened up a lot of the controls in Earth Defense Force. So the thing about Earth Defense Force, I love Earth Defense Force because it is like a B movie video game,
Yep.
right? It's got a really cool idea. It doesn't have the budget to uh, kind of act on those cool ideas, but it mainly gets the whole thing through. And if you want to kill a lot of giant insects, like that's a game for you. Whereas this one kind of seems like they're getting finally to a polished version to where I can recommend that game to not crazy people.
Hmm.
Right? And also the story's taking a darker turn, like uh Earth is pretty much on its last legs. Like the enemy keeps evolving, but humans are just getting tired of fighting people.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much recruiting anybody at this point. So it's pretty cool. I want to see another Earth Defense Force game because I like those games. But also, I'm a crazy person.
Hmm.
Atlas is releasing a new game called 13 Sentinels.
I feel like I know what this is, but I don't know what it is.
It looks like a Vanillaware game.
Okay.
Yeah, but it reminds me Reminds me of a visual novel as well. It looks like a Vanillaware made visual novel with robots.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. After because they didn't show much of that, so they just showed like a teaser. After that, this one makes me very sad.
Oh, we're very happy.
No, very sad because I love Virtua On.
Who
All right,
doesn't?
Virtua On is fantastic. When they have the arcade game, you get the 2 joysticks and you're fighting. There's that run robot that has pigtails. The game's fantastic,
Oh
and have
yeah.
been craving for a new Virtua On game. And if the only way Virtua On can come back is with anime girls,
Yeah.
I'll have to swallow that pill.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
No, it's not. So Virtua On is coming back. I'm so sad. But it's coming back in conjunction with a crossover with the Railgun series.
Is it that?
And
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, that Railgun.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember Magical Index being okay, but I never watched Railgun because it looked like they took Magical Index and then just only focused on the girl characters and then put them in really cringy situations.
Yeah.
Is that basically what that show is?
Sometimes.
Okay. But yeah, like Virtuon is back, but it's got to be esports anime apparently.
I'm
And I
sure it'll
guess
be fine.
I guess that's okay. Whatever. I guess whatever. Fuck it. And then the last two announcements from the Sony press conference that I'm pretty much the most excited about is Left Alive.
Yes,
So
this one looks cool.
yeah, this one looks really cool. So the teaser trailer just like shows a hotel lobby or a hotel hallway, and then everything gets blown out, and you see a bunch of helicopters rolling in robots, and that's about it.
They be rolling.
Yeah, but I looked up some news on this game, and apparently it is a part of the Front Mission universe.
I heard that. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it is. So it's a new game in the Front Mission universe, and it is made by ex Metal Gear devs.
Is it made by the ex Metal Gear
Yeah,
devs?
so that yeah, which is really like some of them are ex Metal Gear devs,
Oh,
which
okay.
explains the art, the cover art, which just looks like an original, like a Metal Gear Solid cover, like game cover.
Because I know that the lead artist is what's his face, Yoji, the guy who does the Metal Gear art and the Zone of the Enders art.
Yeah.
But I know that the developer is the Armored Core guys.
Yeah, and it's also published by Square Enix.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of different things going on here.
Yeah,
which is exciting because I really like Front Mission, and it's again kind of like Gungrave. It's another one of those games that I haven't played since like PS2.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see if this is any good or what the actual game is like. I liked the Armored Core back in the day, but I don't know if I would like it now. So,
They obviously got to add stuff to make it more interesting. Like in a world of arena battlers, I'm sure they can make something that's more simmy and still be fun.
I hope so.
But I am pretty excited for that. And then the biggest one, the piece de resistance.
Oh yes,
of the Sony press conference is Monster Hunter World.
Yes,
finally has a release date.
Yes,
worldwide launch January 28th.
That's amazing.
Of next year.
That's amazing.
Which is so soon.
Yeah.
With it, so they announced that it's coming out. They announced a special edition that will have a figurine or a statue of the new cover monster.
Is it that T-Rex thing with the
one that looks like Satan?
Oh, okay. Sure. Got it.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Not the T-Rex with the jaw. It's the one that looks like Satan.
All right.
And I don't remember its name because it is something very Japanese, and I'm not even going to attempt to remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But so it is coming out the January 28th. They announced a physical version, a deluxe digital version, and also a special edition physical version, and also a PS4 Pro. That has like it's all black. It has a Rathalos on the top of it. It's got some Monster Hunter symbols in the front.
Yep.
and it comes with this super fucking tacky red controller.
That you love.
I listen. It's besides the point. It's super tacky.
Yes.
Uh, they showed off a lot of monsters in this game in this trailer, man.
Yeah, they did.
Like, what? Give me. I've been talking a lot. Like, give me your initial thoughts on this trailer and on this announcement.
I mean, I just feel like there's so much to. I don't know, like it seems so overwhelming the amount of stuff here, and I feel like they haven't even scratched the surface. But
Mm-hmm.
the the gun weapons, they look
Mm-hmm.
like it's just a third person shooter now, which makes me feel kind of excited for it.
Yeah, and they also showed off like some more advanced tactics with that stuff too.
Yeah.
Like one of the monsters threw a rock at a bow gunner,
Yeah.
and while he was taking out his bow gun, like he smashed the rock away.
Yeah. So I just want to play it like at this point.
I can tell if you cut out or if you stop talking.
No, I think I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, you are. So yeah, I also just want to play it. I want to like hopefully they'll bring out a demo sometime, maybe during the holiday season to get people hyped.
Mm-hmm.
But that game is just Monster Hunter. It's not as big of a change I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
Like in terms of gameplay, like it still looks like Monster Hunter as Monster Hunter, but they finally have enough quality of life improvements to where, again, just like what was I talking about before? Or Earth Defense Force. I can recommend Monster Hunter to people without looking like a crazy person.
Yeah. So I gotta know, are you buying the special edition?
The special edition, I'm probably gonna go pre-order it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because pre-orders are up, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, probably gonna get it.
I think I'm just gonna go digital deluxe, man. I want this game to always be on my PlayStation.
What? You never take the disc out.
Listen, Overwatch still exists. That is a disc
Oh
game.
damn it! You caught on to me. God damn it! Stop playing that game.
It's so good.
But yeah, that was the end of the Sony press conference.
Yeah.
It showed off a lot of stuff.
It
Like,
did.
what were your top takeaways from the show?
So I think Monster Hunter was the big one. Just having a solid release date, realizing that it's super soon made it just even sweeter. Um, Final Fantasy IX, I've been dying to replay that game for a while now, especially the PC one. So it's nice to see it's on the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Zone of the Enders. I mean, I don't have VR. Probably never will get VR for a while, but that's it's cool to see that's coming back and there's still being support for that. And then,
Yo, but hey, it's $50 off now.
but I'd have to get a. I want to get a Pro. I'd want the best PlayStation VR experience.
Yeah, true.
But Left Alive. That announcement. Just seeing the team behind it and what it's about. I love giant robots, and I feel like they don't make any giant robot games here anymore.
In America?
Just in the gamescape, like I can't think of any games that had their focus specifically on piloting a giant robot.
Yeah, true. That's kind of why I'm excited for the games that I'm excited for,
Yeah.
which is Earth Defense Force. That shit's got giant robots punching giant dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Uh, Left Alive. I really want to see a new front mission game.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual On is back, even if it's with weeaboos. And was it Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation? That game looks sick.
Yeah. Looks pretty
Then
cool.
obviously Monster Hunter. It's got giant monsters, but like
Yeah.
there were a lot of robots in this press conference, and I'm super excited to
Yeah.
either a get these games in English or b import like the Asia multilingual version.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I thought it was a pretty good conference.
That was pretty cool. Does PlayStation still have their own conference though later on?
I don't know because like
The
they showed
PS
this was
Experience in December.
Oh yes, they still have that later on in the year.
Because I feel like we'll get more info on a lot of these things there. So
Yeah, for the coming holiday and stuff. Are
yep.
we gonna go to that? Are we gonna do what we did last year and go to that?
Oh yeah, how do we get tickets for that again?
I don't remember.
Okay, well I'll look into it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for my picks. It's a long one, but
Yeah. No, it was cool. A lot of neat stuff that was shown video game related, but yeah, very cool.
okay. So let's go into our weeks.
Let's do that. We shall.
But you start because you got some stuff that I want to talk about.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna talk about this movie I watched. It's called The Big Sick.
Yes,
It's about I forget his name. He's a popular Indian actor.
it's about interracial dating.
Yeah, basically he's an Indian guy and he dates a white girl. And if you out there
Living
have
the
ever
dream.
had a interracial relationship, then you'll know all the cultural concerns that may pop up. Maybe not concerns, but just the differences and the. Let's just say it's not easy. There's certain.
Let's just say there's misunderstanding.
Yeah, and it's no one's fault. It's just a difference of upbringing and whatnot, and this movie deals with that. However, the reason it's called The Big Sick is it's I don't know if this is a spoiler. It's kind of part of the plot, but early on in the movie, after like
It's in the trailer.
yeah, like he's dating the girl, she gets sick, and she gets put into a coma. And
I see.
but the relationship from his perspective still progresses even though she's sleeping. And a lot of that he does with her parents and with his friends, and it's an interesting take because he realizes like all his flaws, like it gives him a lot of solo time to reflect on what their relationship was without
Man, I'm
her in
sure
the picture.
Okay.
Wait, what's up?
You cut out a little bit. I was sure you were saying something interesting, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyways, it's really tough to go into it without spoiling, but it is super hilarious. It's really funny.
okay.
Um
Which is surprising because the trailer makes it seem super serious.
oh, it is serious, but it's hilarious. It's fun to see just because you're like, even though these two families are from different worlds, it's always fun to see the commonalities that they share, and that's what makes it funny. But yeah, I think it's worth checking out. It's the funniest rom-com I've seen in years. But yeah, if you're not into rom-coms, I can't tell you anything that'll sell you. It's by Judd Apatow, and it feels like probably one of his best movies since his heyday with like the late mid 2000s, I would say, where he did like.
Did Judd Apatow also do like This Is 40?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he did that. He did. I think he did 40-Year-Old Virgin. He did Superbad. He did Knocked Up. Like, I would say it's up there with one of those movies at least. So it's worth checking out.
Okay. No, I will check that out if it's that good. Then.
Yeah, it's also not that long. So it also has what the fuck's his name? What was that sitcom with shoot, Ray Romano? He's in this movie.
Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah. He's in this movie and he's fucking great.
As a white person, I feel really triggered by the fact that you forgot who Ray Romano was.
Why?
I don't know. Like I feel like as an Italian Canadian, you should know that.
Well,
Ray Romano should be a household name.
He is. His name just slipped my head or whatever. Anyways, he's great. He's great in this movie. He has some fantastic lines. So yeah.
Okay,
good.
That's good.
Yeah. But then I'm also just playing video games this week. Like I didn't really do anything else.
Yes. Welcome to the dark side.
First off, Persona 5. This will be my last week talking about Persona 5 because I finished it.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be your last week talking about Persona 5 because next week I want to do a spoiler cast.
Okay, we'll have to do that separately. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I finished it.
Fucking finally.
Yeah, it was really good. There was a point in the game, I think it was towards the end of November, where shit just got super overcomplicated.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what is even happening here? And then the game it was almost as if the game had trouble convincing itself its own story made sense. And then
It started to get super political, and
yeah.
then it started to get way supernatural.
Yeah, and then after that, after you have this like 2 hour conversation of explanations, Futaba's like, "You can ask me about it now, here, later, because I can explain to you even more detail." And I'm like, "What? There's even more?"
Oh, oh yeah, I remember that because I remember talking to her and then seeing that she had like 15 voice options,
Yeah, and then
and
she's
I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I don't want to do this.
and
Okay,
yeah, she's like, "It might take a while. Do you want me to continue?" I'm like, "Sure." And I just sat there for like half an hour, and I'm like, "What happened here?" Um, yeah, so that part, like, it was it felt a little uh I don't know. I didn't really like how it was executed. I understand where they were going with it, but it was fine. I mean, then after we
okay,
got through it, I was just like, okay, whatever. It works.
okay.
Um
Where
mhm.
does it rank in your from Persona 3 to Persona 5? Where does it rank?
Oh yeah, it's
What's
definitely
number one, two, three?
it's the same ranking that you said a couple weeks back. It's definitely 354.
Okay.
One of my friends told me, or friends who likes Persona, he was like, "Yeah, I would say Persona 3 has the best story, 5 is the best game, and 4 had the best characters." I
Yeah,
I
that's pretty spot on.
I would agree with that. And then I remember I didn't like Nanako, didn't like Yusuke.
What?
I wasn't a big fan of
You don't
Chie.
like Broske? Oh, fuck you.
I like Junpei better than Yusuke.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like,
Yeah, like Kanji and Naoto, they were cool. But then it's like, yeah, but then in 3 you had the dog and you had Shinji. And I was like, they're better.
listen, I remember the dog more than I remember Shinji.
Yeah, okay. But you also had Akihiko, and like he's just the epitome of cool. He had white hair.
He's yeah, and he's a boxer.
Yeah,
He's pretty dope.
he sure is. So, and you had a robot companion.
Yeah,
So,
you know what? Yeah, you know what? His argument does not hold water anymore.
yeah. So I was like, no, 4 does not have better characters. So yeah.
Four has memorable characters, but
Yeah.
are they better characters?
Uh that's a good point. And
Yeah.
yeah, so anyways, but 5 is it's weird. That whole game, like I think it easily has the shortest amount of days that you actually get to play.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, looking back on it,
yeah.
I remember doing a lot more things in Persona 4 and 3.
Yeah, so yeah, 5 feels like it's actually way shorter in amount of stuff you can do, but because there's so many text boxes and like tutorials and a lot of messaging on my phone, I felt like it was the longest grind fest that I had to get through.
Okay.
Um
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I mean, I don't get me wrong, I liked when they messaged me and like it felt a bit more personal in that sense.
Hmm.
But yeah, by the end of it, I was ready for it to be over, and I was like, I'm glad that the game doesn't go past a certain date, and I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I do
Hmm.
wish the school year had a bit more events, like special events. I felt like there was like 2 school trips, and that's all we really did.
Yeah, I didn't see any like sports festivals. There was the one school festival where you ate like shitty curry.
Yeah, I really wish that the game had more of those type of events, not necessarily school related, but just more social things. I think there was one where there was supposed to be like a festival in the summer, but it gets rained out, so nothing actually happens, and
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, because it's like those are the events where I feel like the entire cast bonds and you get more of a side story while it's not necessarily focused on the main plot. And I always had fun with those. Like the one that always sticks out in my head is when in Persona 4 they go camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wish there were like more just scenarios like that or whatnot. Or I think
Yeah,
they
this game didn't have a lot of those scenarios.
yeah, and so that was a bit of a bummer on my sense, but I will not get over the fact that the actual game itself is just mechanically, it was just amazing. I wish 3 played like 5. Like, and I wish it had all the different features and things that this game is doing.
That auto skill fucking button
Yeah.
where it's just a shortcut to the weakness if you already know it. Like
Yeah.
that's so useful.
Yeah, it's nuts. All the different things you can get with your confidants, just yeah, it's really good. The ending was I don't know. I feel
I
like
thought it was pretty par for the course for those
yeah,
games.
like it ended the way that I suppose. Yeah, I don't think I was surprised, but at the same time, I'm not disappointed. It was like, yeah, okay. I guess when I was watching it, I was like, how is this going to go all the way to go from saving the Phantom Thieves to saving the universe? And I'm like, oh, okay, it went there. All right. The twist is cool at the very
I
end.
did like the twist that happened.
Yeah, it was not like the big bad turns out to be someone. Uh,
Like close to you.
yeah, and I just thought that was really cool. And the way they did it out was nice. Like you were making the connections in your head as it was happening, and it was fun to see, and I had fun with that.
Yeah.
But then, like immediately after that resolves, oh by the way, the last persona you get is just fucking awesome.
Wait, did you get the super ultra crazy persona?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't. Wait, you completed your compendium?
no, no, sorry.
Oh, you mean the story related one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. It's you should just get a gun.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get that's. Yeah, that one. That was pretty cool. I
yeah,
did like that.
yeah,
But I would like to talk about this game in like a spoiler cast, so we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
spoil it for other
for
people who don't
sure.
want it spoiled.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I still really enjoyed it. It's definitely up there as one of the game of the year contenders. It's
Okay.
this or Zelda at the moment. So, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I loved it. Definitely recommend it if you're an RPG fan. It's worth checking out. And then immediately after
All right.
that, I was like, okay, let's get into Destiny 2. So I played Destiny 2. I think I'm at like 30 hours in Destiny 2.
Oh my god.
I finished the campaign. I did a lot of other stuff. I'm mostly raid ready. It the minute
How long is the campaign?
not long. The campaign
Like
maybe
8 hours?
maybe somewhere between 5 and 8.
Hmm.
But the way they structure the campaign is it's like a Grand Theft Auto game. Like the world's open to you and you just go to the mission when you're ready. But in the
Oh
yeah,
really?
but in the
Oh.
interim, like between all your campaign missions, you have access to the world, right? And there's public events, there's side missions you can do. There's just so much other stuff you can do that can stall you from completing the campaign. And so
Okay, that's
by the time I finished the campaign, I was super overpowered.
a pretty smart way of doing it.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
Destiny game isn't really the story, right? It's the end game. It's Diablo.
Yeah. So it's the campaign's actually really cool because like everything you do in the campaign does not use resources from the regular world. Like they built out all these
Okay.
specific areas, so the everything you see in the campaign is strictly for the campaign. There's
Good.
yeah, there's like vehicle segments, there's cutscenes, there's people talking to you, there's like stuff is happening, and you're like, oh, this is really neat. It's a pretty simple story. Like I don't think it's gonna be one of the most memorable campaigns, but in terms of is there a single player campaign worth following along? Totally, it's there, and it's more or less satisfactory. I guess it
Okay.
satisfies the the need for one. Yeah. So that's that. It. I think at the end of the day, like for the kind of the game that Destiny is, I don't think it'll ever be able to do the single player narrative that I want to see from it. Just inherently because it's at the same time this like massive multiplayer experience, right? And like you're supposed to be
Hmm.
the chosen one, but you technically aren't because there's a million of you out there, and they, they reference like
Okay.
teaming up. Like it's just
It's kind of like you kind of sold me on Destiny 2 and
yeah,
then kind of unsold me on
it's like
Destiny
an
2.
MMO campaign. Do you know what I mean?
I don't really know where I stand in that stuff just because the first game burned me so fucking bad.
Yeah. So you feel burnt out on Destiny, huh?
Yeah, I feel burnt out on Destiny and I haven't played Destiny in years. And by years I mean since last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I It's not that I feel, maybe it's not that I feel burnt out, because I thought the gameplay in Destiny was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I feel burned by Destiny
Ah, okay.
for putting in so much money
Yeah,
so many times.
yeah, yeah. The game is like, I know where you're coming from, but like, because I think with Destiny 1, when you said you played Destiny, like if you ask someone, oh, they played Destiny, they said it like with this shame, like, oh, yeah, I played Destiny. Now it's kind of like, yeah, I played Destiny. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Um,
And all the
yeah,
reviews have been like, you guys have been saying nothing but positive things. Like, I've been seeing reviews just being super positive at all times.
yeah. There's a lot of, like, you know what? They've made a lot of different changes to how the game is structured, so it's just a lot more enjoyable just to do things. Do you remember having to collect like resources so that you could upgrade your guns?
Yeah, that was garbage.
Every gun you have has everything unlocked already, so you could choose the scope or what you want from it immediately from the get go.
Oh, they just got rid of it altogether.
Yep.
Like, I was totally fine with the thought of leveling up your
Mhm.
guns, but it was just the resource thing. It's like you had to level them up, and then your resources also had to not,
Yep. You
like, you
you don't have
be
to do
there.
any resources for your guns. Like you could still fuse your guns together if you want a higher light level. But
Okay.
there's also you can customize your guns now. Like you can put mods onto them. So if you want your gun to put out, say, fire damage instead of arc, you can have that.
Yeah. Oh, sick.
Yeah, or if you want it so that your gun is lighter so that you can run faster, you can have that. So they have things like
Hmm.
that. You get the drop rate for loot is so much higher, and I mean like good loot.
Because, like, that's what they did in Diablo. Like, the drop rate for loot got higher, but it's not necessarily good stuff.
Yeah, so I feel like there's a nice steady progression to the PVE stuff. In each of the worlds, there's now quest givers. So you remember how in the first one there's like just patrols you could do and like you wander around, kill 5 things, whatever.
Yeah.
So they still have those patrols, but the patrols are drastically shorter. Instead, you have quest givers, and they just give you like weekly quests to do to seek out. And then everything you do on said world will give you like a coin. So like for Earth, I think it's called an EDZ token.
Yeah.
You collect all these tokens and you bring these tokens back to the quest giver, and like every 20 tokens you give him, he just gives you a legendary engram.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so like, and you get these tokens from anything. So if you're just doing those patrols, the quests they give out, or the best thing is the public events. You remember those public events that just appeared randomly, and
Yeah.
so now you can just see when they're all gonna start, and you could just go to them. You could just wait there. But all the public events have a second hidden mode. They don't tell you how to activate it, but a lot of the players have figured it out now, where you could turn it basically into hard mode.
Okay.
And hard mode's no joke with these public events. You have to be with other people to do it, or else you get wrecked. And that's how you get some really good loot fast. Um, so yeah, no, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I will say, Crucible or the PvP part still sucks. It's not the strongest point of that game for me.
Okay.
It went down from 6-on-6 to 4v4, and they've really focused on team play. So if you roll with people, not necessarily people like your friends, I just mean just run alongside somebody, the 2-on-1 will always win. And
Hmm.
so the game really has turned into this like we're rolling out as a death ball, looking for the other death ball. Uh, yeah. So it's not like Call of
Or
Duty.
like
Yeah,
try and flank on the death ball.
exactly. So it's not like Call of Duty where if you can just solo carry. This one's really you got to be with your team. Um,
Okay.
it's okay. I mean, all the classes have cooldowns, right? Like for their
Hmm.
abilities, and I just don't like how I didn't like this in the first Destiny. Your cooldowns don't reset when you die. So and
Oh.
some of these cooldowns can be like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. So like I'm always tapping the grenade button, expecting it to be there after I die, but it's not. And then I'm like,
Okay.
well, this is stupid.
You
Um,
know.
yeah.
Huh.
So that's that. But yeah, overall, it's just really good. The whole game actually isn't complete yet. They're actually slowly adding in things week by week. So, like on launch week, there was no raid. The raid came out, right?
Yeah.
I think this week they're launching. What are they launching this week? I think it's the factions. Do you remember those things? Like you commit to a faction, then you get
Yeah,
special gear. Like,
you can level
yeah.
up.
So they're not out yet, but there's spots for the world for them to be there, and they're going to arrive at some scenario. I should say that the story revolves around you losing your light. Basically, the thing that power. It's basically like if Luke Skywalker lost the Force and you have to get it
Okay.
back. The funny part is in like the first 5 minutes is this huge dramatic event where you lose it all, and the next 5 minutes
Mm-hmm.
are no biggie. We're just gonna go get it back.
JK LOL, here it
Yeah,
is.
and it's like
Huh?
it's
Because like
yeah,
yeah,
it's things like
the
that
light
where
is
it's
what makes you
yeah,
special, right?
yeah, and it's things like that where it's like I would have loved if I had a 5 hour campaign where I wasn't a superhero and I could just and experience what it would be like that. But because of the game that Destiny is, you can't have that. You have to have your powers almost immediately so that you can interact with the multiplayer side of things, right?
Uh-huh.
So that
You
was
have to be able to resurrect infinitely.
yeah, right. So there's like it's that kind of stuff. Um, I will say, despite it's being called Destiny 2 and despite it being marketed as a sequel, it doesn't feel so much as like a sequel as much as it feels like um, a, a redux or a remix of the first game. In or
Would you call it a final chapter prologue?
no, I wouldn't call it that. I would call
Okay.
it oh, okay. You're playing an MMO, right? You play an MMO for like a couple of
Yeah.
years. But then there's a world event and it changes everything. But it's still the same game with you remember how World of Warcraft changed after
Was it Cataclysm?
yeah. And it was essentially still the same game, but they like reworked almost everything.
Yeah.
That's what Destiny 2 feels like.
Okay. Or was it Realm Reborn for Final Fantasy 14?
Exactly that's exactly what it feels like. The only thing I'll say
Okay.
is it doesn't use any of the original places or locations from the first game, so that's literally the new thing. There's new places to go. And I should say the new worlds are bigger and they're more packed in with stuff, but it still feels like
Hmm.
Destiny. I wish there was another faction to fight. Like, there's no new aliens, there's no new enemies, although they hint at a new one at the very end. I wish there was a
Yeah.
new class, but there isn't. I wish there was a new subclass for each of the classes, but there aren't. Um, a lot of your favorite guns return, and there's a lot of cool new ones. I just got this one where it chains lightning bullets to enemies, and every time it chains, it automatically refills my ammo. So I have an infinite clip. It's just devastating.
I saw one. It looked like someone had attached like a beehive to the front of the
Oh, the
gun.
rocket launcher,
And
yeah.
yeah.
I have that too, man. That shoots 60 rockets at once.
You say 60?
Yeah.
Like 60.
Yeah, but they don't track.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, at least the unique items sound unique.
No, yeah, a lot of the exotics are just like, whoa, some of this stuff is unreal.
Awesome.
I heard the raid is like 15 hours, so I haven't. That's the thing. I think that's the only thing I have to do. Oh, I will say, do you remember how, like, in Nightfalls and in the raid, there was no matchmaking? Like, you had to find someone to play with?
Yeah.
They introduced this thing called a guided version of it, where you basically go out there and someone agrees to play with you and you agree to follow them. And so it's kind of like a contractual matchmaking system.
Weird.
Yeah. I don't know why they
Wait, like as opposed to doing what?
as a
Because like in the raid, you're locked into the area, right? There's nothing to do but progress forward.
yeah.
So like, what's the contract? It's like I wanted to do the raid. Okay, you can do the raid with me, but only if you do the raid. It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's weird. It's like one of the people has to be designated as like the tour guide. I forget what it's called. And the other one is the follower. Or the
Okay.
other five are the followers, right? And I think it's something like you have to use voice chat. I don't know I haven't really gone into it, but whatever. They put matchmaking into the raid so that anybody could play it if their friends aren't playing Destiny. I think the point of the game is though you should be playing with a group. Don't play this alone. It's not that kind of game. You should be playing it with somebody or a group of people.
I heard on a podcast recently. It is the best interactive chat room they've ever been in.
Totally, that's definitely what it is. I realize why I like this game so much. It reminds me of Fantasy Star Online, in that
Okay.
Fantasy Star had like 4 maps, and it was just me re going through those maps again with my cousins and just getting cool, better loot, and that's exactly what this game
Okay.
is. So yeah, on one hand, it's more Destiny. On the other hand, it's hey, remember all your problems from the original Destiny? They're more or less fixed.
Okay, good. Because I wanted to like Destiny,
Yeah,
but it just sucked.
yeah, yeah. No, I won't argue that.
Yeah. And but also hearing you, like I'm looking at my backlog of games now,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I probably shouldn't buy Destiny yet. I should probably get through all this stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I heard you bought a new game this week.
I did buy a new game. I bought Metroid Samus Returns
Oh,
for the Nintendo 3DS.
what? Did you also get
Yeah.
the amiibos? Oh
Yes.
no, really?
I got the squishy
Oh
amiibo.
boy.
It's the squish is very underwhelming.
As opposed to, what are you comparing it
It's,
to?
it's just a soft plastic on the outer shell. That's it.
Oh,
Like the inside isn't squishy. It's not like filled with like gel or anything. It's not a very satisfying
that's
squish.
disappointing.
You also cut out again.
Oh no, really?
No, okay, now you're back. You're back now. uh, so yeah, you're back. But yeah, so the Samus amiibo looks super nice. The paint job is like really chromed out and it really pops. But that Metroid amiibo, it looks cool, but the squish is just unsatisfying.
Bummer.
So yeah, it does add some stuff to your game. You get some E-tanks, you get a life tank and an energy tank. But this Metroid game is a lot faster paced than I remember other Metroid games being. And to be fair, I think the only Metroid game I've only ever played to completion was Fusion.
Yep.
And I remember that game being kind of slow. But this one's a lot faster paced. Like you got a lot more, and it seems like you got a lot more enemies coming at you. The parry system is a must, and it's fun. So just learning different enemy patterns and that kind of stuff. And if you're good at it, you will mow through this game because I think it's maybe like a second or two after you initially parry someone. I feel like they take like quad damage or something because they just die in 2 hits.
Yeah, I think after a parry, they do take a damage buff.
Okay. But this game doesn't have traditional bosses per se. Each area is split up. Like you walk into the area through the elevator, obviously, and you roll up to a shrine, and the shrine has a bunch of holes in it, and the holes take Metroid DNA.
Ooh.
So depending on how many it takes, you need to defeat that many Metroids. But the Metroids can evolve into different animals, so they can fly. They can be like little crab monsters. They can be like kind of these weird dog things. But they're all more or less the same. They try and attack you. They'll shoot either electricity or fire, and you can parry them sometimes. So the boss battles are actually kind of boring. Most of the fun does come from mainly exploring,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, the majority of Metroid games. There's some cool powers they show off. You get the Varra suit, the Varja suit
Yeah. Do you have the power
to
suit?
go into. I don't not have the power suit yet.
Bummer.
You get the ice shot like second or third upgrade,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. But the different power ups you have, some of them feel like cheating,
Oh yeah.
but some of them are used in puzzles. Yeah, yeah. So one of the power ups is just a scan pulse,
Oh wow.
and so while you're exploring the map, it'll just be like, okay, here's this huge area. It's not a radius because it's a square, so it's a squared radius, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
It shoots out like a sonar pulse, and it just reveals the map on the mini map.
That's so good.
So you can see where things end. You can see where secrets are, but also in your immediate vicinity, it highlights which terrain can be broken.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, so you know like how it's like, oh, there's a hidden thing somewhere here because there's like a circle, but I don't know which one of these blocks I have to blow up with a bomb.
Right.
Right? So this one is just like, yeah, here it is. Here's the highlighted block, like go through here. It really makes traversing that game a lot easier and a lot less frustrating.
Sounds good.
Uh, the other one I have is pretty much machine gun. It turns your Buster into a machine gun
Hmm.
that does bonus damage, but also takes up energy, and that just destroys enemies. But the other one is called lightning armor,
Yeah.
and pretty much while you have this activated, you have a green electricity around you, but you're impervious to damage. So
Hmm.
you use your energy bar as like a secondary life bar, pretty much,
Right.
and you do get like upgrades. So your parry has a wider arc, so you have a more leeway on parry timing.
Yeah.
But pretty much you can just roll like, okay, I need to get from here to across the hallway, but there's a bunch of enemies I don't want to fight because I need to parry them to do any damage. You just turn on the lightning armor and just run through them all.
Huh.
And then if you roll into a Metroid boss with like 1 health left, you just turn on the thing and you have an extra health bar.
Huh.
So it gets kind of crazy, especially when you get the energy bar extra tank. So you like run out of energy, it refills it back, start going all over again. It does defeat some of the challenge of the game. I would say it's relatively easy to something like Fusion.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people 100%ing that game.
But other upgrades, you got a missile launcher, you get bombs. The one I really like is while you're in morph ball mode, you get pretty much like claws
Okay.
that you can activate,
Okay.
and you can morph ball like on walls and ceilings,
Hmm.
which I really like. But yeah, Metroid Samus Returns is really good so far. I'm like 4 areas in, and I really like it. But the other thing I did this week, other than building a Gundam, or building a Gundam, playing Metroid, was build a Gundam.
Oh, okay. I was like, what
Spoilers.
the? When did we
Yeah,
talk
what
about
the
that?
fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Other than playing Metroid, was I built a Gundam. So I got the real grade unicorn kit,
Okay.
and this kit is really good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
It's really awesome. All the transforming parts to turn him into like Buster mode. The choices you have, like there's a lot of build choices you can do where it's like, oh, the fin, you just want like the closed fin because you're never gonna put him into destroy mode. Like here it is.
Yeah.
You want the fin that's always open because you're never not gonna take him out of destroy mode. Here, go for it. Oh, and here's also like a customizable fin where you can turn it on and off and do all this stuff. This kit is really good.
Yeah.
And it was much easier to build than the last real grade I bought, which was the red
Yep.
frame, Astray.
Yep. I was surprised at
It,
how what do you call it? How solid the kit is.
yeah, it feels like a toy.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a kit. Like I'm playing with it right now, and like the amount of posability this thing has, like I'm touching the back of the Gundam's head with its foot right now,
Yeah.
and it feels solid. Like I can pick this up, and I don't feel like I'm gonna break it.
Yeah, it's really impressive considering it has to do that transformation.
Hmm.
So
The only thing is like actually transforming it, I feel is kind of a pain because I gotta like take parts off and switch the head around to the back and stuff. It's really weird.
yeah, that's the weakness.
Yeah. And then also, I got to the point in the build where it's just like, all right, now for all the stickers. And then I just said no and put it down. So now I have 2 Gundams that are not sticker complete, which is this one and the Master Grade RX 78-2 that I bought in Japan.
Yep.
I still haven't put the stickers on that thing.
Wow.
So one day I just gotta like bite the bullet and do it.
Yeah, I still haven't built the weapons for my unicorn yet.
Okay, I at least built the weapons.
Yeah.
But the only thing, I just like the shield. I just wish I could have the shield on his back, but I don't think I can.
Oh, you can, I think, can't you?
I don't think so, because I got this jetpack on it, and it can put in the bazooka in the assault rifle.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, maybe you're right.
I don't know if I can take off some stuff and maybe put it on, but
Yeah.
whatever. This is a nice toy, and it just looks really nice. It's a very sleek design.
Yeah. I want to paint it, but I know it's going to be such a hassle.
Are you gonna paint it like eggshell? Like, what are you gonna do?
No, I don't know if you noticed, but like there's 2 different shades of white plastic.
Yeah.
I want to take the darker one and paint it gray.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
You just do, or you could just get another one, do like a custom job, and make it. You remember that show Megas XLR?
I've heard of it.
It was like westernized giant
Yeah, if
robots.
you're gonna talk about the crystal dude.
No, I was gonna talk about just make it like Megas XLR colors, like put shitty
Oh,
was it like Pontiac flames on this
no
thing?
thanks. That's
Yeah.
all you. I'll leave you to it.
Okay, fine. But that thing was fun. But while I was building it, I got through a bunch of movies. So I watched exclusively action movies that I've been wanting to see, but I haven't seen yet because I heard they were bad.
Okay.
So the first one I watched was American Ultra.
Right.
American Ultra. It came out in 2015. It stars Jesse Eisenberg and Kirsten Stewart,
Huh.
and they are a couple in small town. I think it's Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And Jesse Eisenberg has he's a stoner. He works at a grocery store. He does the night shift.
Yeah.
Like his life is not going too well, but he does have a girlfriend that he loves very much, which is Kristen Stewart, and they just get high all the time and hang out.
Yeah.
But it turns out the reason that he's such a deadbeat, and they're also the reason why he gets panic attacks whenever he tries to leave his small town, is that he was a sleeper agent or is a sleeper agent for the CIA.
Oh.
And so what happens is that I forget his name. The main guy from that 70s show.
For Eric Foreman?
Yeah, Eric Foreman is in here. And he plays, is it Topher Grace is his name?
Yeah, Topher Grace, yep.
Yeah, Topher Grace. So he plays there's two CIA agents. One CIA agent, her name's Victoria, and the other one, his name is Adrian. So Eric plays Adrian, and he wants to put an end to the sleeper agent program. And because this Jesse Eisenberg character keeps trying to leave the town, he thinks that he's a liability. So he's gonna off him and like just send secret agents to go and kill him, right? But the thing is the other character, Victoria, she doesn't like this. So she goes to the town first and activates him. And because he hasn't been activated in so long, it's not like he immediately remembers how to do everything. But he just immediately gets super awesome secret agent powers. And the movie is kind of violent. A lot of really graphic hand-to-hand combat. Like there's a scene where Jesse Eisenberg's character wraps a pair of closed handcuffs around his fist and like beats someone's teeth out. And you see like every individual tooth get fucked up. Like it's kind of gross. But it's like half serious and half comedy. I really like it. It turns into a romance, which I thought was kind of weak. The action scenes were really cool, and there's a lot of great cinematography, like just like a lot of great locations to shoot these scenes. But overall, the if you don't like action movies, the movie was kind of whatever.
Okay, so I just looked this up because I thought this movie was something else entirely.
What do you think it was?
I thought this was Adventureland.
Oh, no. No, it's not Adventureland. I could see why you would think it's Adventureland.
Yeah, because they're the same characters, small city.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? But okay, yeah.
Yeah, or the one with zombies.
Zombieland?
Yeah, is it Zombieland? Yeah. So yeah, I think it came out around the same time as those movies too, so maybe it was people getting burnt out on that style of movie.
Maybe.
But it was like it was a good action scene. Like Jesse Eisenberg really plays a good kind of doofus. Like stoner doofus. And if it was him who was doing the action scenes, he was trained very well. He was doing those scenes very convincingly. The other one I watched was The Mechanic Resurrection.
This is a sequel,
featuring
right?
Jason Statham. I think so, but I've never seen. Like I thought I had seen The Mechanic, and I watched the movie, and I was like, I've never seen the first movie.
Oh, okay.
So I watched the second movie.
Oh my god!
And this movie is not good. So it stars what's his face, the bald guy. I already forgot his name. I said his name and I forgot it.
Jason Statham.
Yeah, Jason Statham. It stars Jason Statham, but it also stars Jessica Alba.
What? She makes movies still?
Yeah, Yeah, Jessica Alba is in this movie. And so what happens is that Jason Statham, he's the mechanic. He's been taken out of the game. He doesn't want to do it anymore. Like he's just living life in Puerto Rico or whatever. In Rio. He's living life in Rio. Right? They even have the Fast and the Furious shot of that mountain with the Jesus statue.
Okay.
But after that, they have terrible green screen and really low budget. And what it is he gets out of the game, and his old partner is like kind of salty at him because he got out of the game, but the partner didn't. Right? So Jessica Alba's character is set up by the main villain to seduce Jason Statham's character, right? So that he would trick Jason Statham into like trying to quote unquote save his girlfriend and force Jason Statham's character to do hits for him, to do 3 hits.
Okay.
The thing is Jessica Alba reveals this plan to Jason Statham's character, right? Tells him that this is all a plan, but then they fall in love anyways, and his plan still goes, like still works out, and Jason Statham still has to do these 3 hits. So it's really weird. It's like it's because it's like, oh well, obviously we'll just fake fall in love so that like the reason he doesn't do the thing that is keeping you here, Jessica Alba. But the thing is like when they're trying to fake fall in love, they real fall in love, and it just plays out the exact same way it would have if they didn't. And it probably would have been a more interesting movie if they didn't. Like if there was the twist, the reveal of, oh hey, I was fucking with you the whole time, right? Otherwise, this movie is super generic. It's basically a Hitman movie because every kill has to look like an accident.
That sounds exciting.
So it is if it had a higher budget. Maybe the first one is better. Looking at IMDb, it doesn't look like it. But it's just these really rote plans. It's like, okay, go into a jail. You have to kill this guy who's a criminal, but he runs the jail. How do I do it? Oh, I get on his good side by saving his life. And then while I'm on his good side, I kill him. Oh, wow, that was so unique. Oh, look, this one guy, he has a high rise in an infinity pool. How do I kill him? Oh, I blow at the bottom of the infinity pool. Like this movie fucking, you could just guess every single way he was going to kill someone and how the story was going to play out. It's really bad. I don't recommend it.
Oh, I'm glad you took that sacrifice for the rest of us.
Yeah, like I did. I really did. And the last one I did, I feel betrayed. I feel tricked.
Why?
So this one is called Young Tiger. And on Netflix, it says it's labeled under Jackie Chan movies. And it says Jackie Chan in Young Tiger. It's a 1970s Chinese kung fu film. But the thing is, it's a movie where Jackie Chan isn't a main character.
What?
He's just like, yeah, Jackie Chan is a side grunt character.
What?
Yeah, it's really about Charlie Chin, who is another Chinese actor. He's a cab driver, and he takes a random girl who's being chased by these thugs. And in his cab, she dies. She dies in his cab. But it turns out that the gangsters, what they were looking for was the purse that had like I think it was like a winning lotto ticket, or had something special in it that the gangsters want. And so he teams up with a strong, independent female policewoman. I think her name is Q Yuen. That's totally butchered. QIU space YUEN, right? And she likes this no nonsense badass female policewoman. Where Jackie Chan fits into all this is that he is a grunt in the villains camp. And also, he has a giant hairy mole on his face.
That sounds great.
It's hilarious the first time you see it, but I feel robbed because it was labeled as a Jackie Chan movie. And there was no Jackie Chan to be had. There was very little Jackie Chan to be had.
Well, to be fair. No, I can't defend this one. I don't know what to tell you.
No, it's also very bad. It's a terrible movie.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I didn't. I watched 3 movies that were either eh. No, one was if you like action movies, give it a watch. It had some cool stuff in it. And the other 2 were like, these are bad. These are really bad. I don't recommend The Mechanic or Young Tiger. I just feel dirty having watched them. I don't know. American Ultra though, that had some cool scenes. That had a cool premise that unfortunately didn't execute well, but it had like really cool shots and really cool, good action sequences. So yeah, I don't know what I did with my week. Like what the fuck, man?
You could have been playing Destiny.
I could have been playing I could have been playing one of the multitude of other games I bought. So I went on a fucking spending spree
What did you buy?
because Watch Dogs 2 was on sale, so I bought Watch Dogs 2. I found Hitman on sale, so I bought Hitman. I found then I bought Samus Returns, but I bought the special edition that came with like a soundtrack, so that was like 64. That was like $64.
Damn.
I bought the amiibo.
Damn. Okay.
And then I bought Yoshi's Woolly World with the Poochie amiibo.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So I bought like 5 games.
I maintain you just enjoy buying things, not actually playing them.
I eventually play them, but I think I do get some sort of sick enjoyment out of just buying.
You're a
them.
hoarder, my friend. You're a hoarder.
I am. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector.
No. Take it from a hoarder.
Yeah,
You're a hoarder.
I'm a preserver. I'm a preserver.
No, you're not.
Yeah, because I'm keeping these things temperature regulated.
Shut up.
I got a I do. I got a dehumidifier down here so that I don't get too much moisture. I'm keeping it out of direct sunlight.
You're crazy.
I'm preserving these objects. But yeah, I feel really bad about what I did with my week.
You should.
Yeah, because I got sick.
I mean, like,
and then I watched bad action movies.
Like, I'm over here playing video games, beating video games, and you're just watching bad movies.
Yeah, I blame the sickness. I blame the fact that I'm sick.
How long have you been sick?
Decisions. Since Tuesday.
So yesterday. One day.
Yeah, so like Monday I had a cold, but then Tuesday it really kicked in.
Okay.
But other than that, I have no explanation for Thursday, Friday. Like I went out with friends and had like really good sushi and stuff. That was cool. But other than that, man, I've been fucking wasting this week.
You sure have.
Fuck.
Oh, well, get back into it for next week because
yeah.
Expect you to step your game up.
Yeah, I think the only thing I did that was somewhat productive and I enjoyed was not only the Gundam and Metroid, but also I started a new manga series.
Oh yeah.
It's called Tomo-chan wa Onandonko.
Okay.
And I don't know what that translates to, but it's something about Tomo-chan. So I completed in a week 643 chapters.
Oh my god, why?
Okay, but here's the caveat. Each chapter is 1 page.
Oh wow.
Yeah, each chapter is 1 page, and they're 4-panel comas.
Huh.
So pretty much what it is, it's about a girl named Tomo-chan, and she is in high school. She's a tomboy. She's like your sporty, athletic girl. She's got the messy red hair. She wears like the sports shorts under her skirt, like that kind of thing. She's pretty much a tomboy, and she's super tough.
Yeah.
But she really likes her childhood friend named Jun. But Jun only sees her as a bro.
Oh.
And so it's a romantic comedy of her trying to make sure that Jun knows that she is a girl that likes him, but also like be a tomboy. And like her friends, she has 2 friends, Carol and what's the other one's name? Carol and Misuzu, who are like more girly girl characters, and they're trying to help her out and make sure that Jun also knows.
Yeah.
But it's a really funny romantic comedy, and in the same way that my high school romantic comedy Snafu deals with real life situations, This one does too, because eventually it's like slight spoilers. Because later on, they do get Jun to realize that Tomo likes him, and they start trying to push more towards like relationship stuff. But as this is going on, Misuzu is starting to feel really alienated because she doesn't really have anyone she likes. Her other two friends, her best friends that she spends all her time with, are seemingly eventually going to get into relationships. And now she's scared that she's going to be all alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so what her defense mechanism is to try and like unconsciously sabotage her other friends' relationships and like do other things. And it's really weird. It's like dealing with jealousy, it's dealing with romance and comedy, but also with just real life jealousy, like being a third wheel, or in this case being a fifth wheel. Or not knowing if someone likes you, or if someone you've put a lot of time into making, or like a lot of time into trying to put the point across that you like them,
Yep.
like has someone else they like, and just totally doesn't return that
Yeah.
those feelings. Right? It's really interesting. It starts off as this super simple thing, but turns into a very complex story. And even though each chapter is only 4 panels and 1 page, you get a lot of information. You learn about these characters a lot. I really enjoy it.
How many chapters are out in total?
The number I said, 600.
Oh, so you just finished it. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm caught up. It's not over. It's still ongoing.
Yeah.
So there's 643 chapters right now. I would really like to see this show become an anime.
Yeah.
I think this could be a really fun, like, slice of life. Even like one of those quicker shows, you know, those like 15-minute shows like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just to have like, oh, here's a bunch of little short skits with these characters. Because man, when they have a cliffhanger, they have a fucking cliffhanger because there's not a lot of information to go off of in the chapter. So it's pretty cool. I really like it. It's a good read.
Neato.
Yeah, and that's been it. And I've been sick, and I've been buying eye drops.
Congratulations.
Oh, I learned. Did you know that there's a maximum amount of cough drops you're supposed to take per day?
There's a maximum?
Yeah. So like I bought like Ricola, right? I bought like fucking podcast sponsored by Ricola. But I bought some cough drops and I ate like a bag in one day.
Whoa.
So I think it was in the bag. Yeah, it was like 20 cough drops. And so I ate them all and I'm like, that's probably not good for me. I bet there's like a limit. And I look on the bag and it's like, you should probably eat max of 4 to 5 per day. And I was like, fuck. And I also learned that antibacterial or like antibiotic eye drops fucking burn. So yeah, that's been my week. Bad decisions, one good decision, and learning about medicine.
Well, I'm glad it was functional.
Educational?
Yeah. I'm glad you learned these life lessons now and not when you're 80. All right, then. Thanks for listening, everybody. Next week is Common Rider Build Week.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's all I got. See you then.
Same. Bye.